Welcome to the Businessmen and Women of Color podcast. I am your host, Ann Alston, and it is once again my pleasure to bring quality programs to all of you. I am back again. I don't even know how many times I'm back again, but I'm definitely here in 2019 with another season of amazing people from all over the country who is here to talk about their information and their careers. And so just in case you didn't know what we are about, the BMWOC is to not only unify people from all over the country about career and business trends, but we are taking that information and we're sharing it with you so that you can make an informed decision about your career or your business. So make sure that you visit all of the pages and listen to all of the podcasts. I know that there are a lot, but you know what? We have 8 weeks. 8 whole weeks to listen to all these podcasts. You can listen to it on your mobile device, just choosing one of the mobile platforms you see here on the page. We have TuneIn, we have iTunes, we have Google Play, we have Spotify. We have a whole lot of ways that you can listen to the podcast. So make sure that you get a pencil and piece of paper and write down all the notes and definitely connect with all of the participants that are going to be here. Today we have another returning podcaster from 2018 coming back to talk about her health and wellness and nutrition and to talk about what she's been up to since that time. So we're going to be getting into that momentarily as soon as we thank our corporate sponsors who's helping us support this event. And they are My Financial Home, Evangelism Radio, JNF Enterprises, Sears Consulting, Autism Family Rock, Awakening to Love, Eli Natoli, Kimberly McLemore, True Synergy, and Platinum Financial Services, along with all of our participants. So I'm going to read a little bit of the bio because, again, this is like one of our returning podcasts, and we're going to be welcoming Adi Fisayso Akadoki. She's going to be here to talk about her healthy and fitness organization, about health and wellness. And I'm just going to read a little bit of her bio. We're going to call her Fisayso because she likes to be called Fisayso. So Fisayso is a health and wellness expert and loves to help people make healthy food choices. She also helps them learn about lifestyle and behavior changes. And her goal is to help people, especially moms and professionals, understand that having a healthy lifestyle is something that they need to incorporate in their daily lives. She also has a master's degree in nutrition from the State Women's University, and she is also on the American Council of Exercise Certified Health Coach, and she's also a weight management specialist. So, to no further ado, hey lady, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How have you been?
Oh my goodness, I'm excited. I can't even talk, right? Because this year has just been so amazing. And I want to thank you for coming back on the podcast and just talking again about, some of the things that you talked about last time. And if anyone is interested in hearing her podcast, please click on the link below to listen to her podcast last year. And so just give everybody just a quick spiel about, where you're from and how did you get into health and wellness?
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited for this opportunity again. Um, I'm originally from Nigeria and I live in Katy, Texas. And I actually started the health and wellness business because of my experience some time ago when I had to go do my annual checkup, and the doctor told me that I had a lot of LDL in my system, and I was actually shocked because I thought I was eating healthy, and I had to be intentional about what I eat, and I started exercising. I don't usually like going to the gym, but I like to dance, so I chose Zumba. So that's one of the reasons I do Zumba. Thank you.
Okay, so I didn't. So okay, so you're a Zoomer instructor as well. It says here. So how did
Yeah.
you get into Zoomer? I know there's so many different exercises out there. What is so special about Zoomer that you really love?
Yeah, so why I chose Zumba is because I like dancing, and if you're going to be exercising on a regular basis, the best thing is to choose an activity that you love doing. That even when you're tired, you'll be able to do that exercise and you'll be consistent. So that's one of the reasons I chose Zumba because I like dancing and I don't like going to the gym. So I
So what do you do the Zumba? Do you just do it in one of the facilities that's not technically a gym, or do you do it just at home, or where do you actually have like your Zumba classes?
Yes, so I usually do my Zumba classes at Cinco Ranch Lake House, close to where I live in Katy, Texas, and sometimes I teach women in women conference. I teach them Zumba exercises, and personally, I do my Zumba exercise at home. I can do it in the room or outside, as long as I have music with me. I just keep dancing.
And you just keep dancing. Well, that's wonderful to hear. So, in the podcast recording that you had last year, you were talking to us about making sure that we have healthy lifestyles, that we make sure we watch our cholesterol and things of that nature. Since that time, I would just like to ask, with some of the health issues that are going on today, which one of the major health issues do you think that is definitely out of control that we could improve upon, in your opinion?
Well, I would say that there are lots of, things that people have to improve upon, especially when it comes to health and wellness. And evidence shows that about half of the U.S. adult population have high blood pressure, and a lot of the U.S. adults also. I mean, the obesity epidemic is so much, not only in the United States but all over the
Mhm.
world. So,
All over the world.
yeah, all over the world. So, living a healthy lifestyle, one of the ways that such things can be reduced in our midst, like high blood pressure, hypertension, cardiovascular diseases like atherosclerosis,
Yeah, like diabetes and
diabetes,
yeah, that's like the
hyperlipidemia,
number
and
2.
all of
I think
those.
that's the
Yeah.
number 1. Diabetes, I think for me is the number 1 because and you know what's so funny too, Fiseo, is that, I was in the grocery store the other day, right? And I called myself, because I'm a diabetic. So I called myself trying to get some healthy foods, some fruits and vegetables. It was only like 1% of the store that had healthy fruits and vegetables, raw fruit, and all that. And 99% of the store has some sort of bread, starch, gluten, high fat dairy
Uh, mm,
all over the store. How do we, surpass that and not feel like that we are being deprived of good foods?
well, I would say that the best thing to do is when you're about to do your grocery shopping, the best thing is to go to farmers markets when you have supermarkets that don't usually carry lots of fruits and vegetables. People can go to farmers markets where they know they can have organic fruits and vegetables available to them, and if they can afford it, they can also go to stores like Whole Foods or Trader Joe's, to get some of their fruits and vegetables.
Okay. So how do we, I guess what I was sort of getting at too is that, we have our temptations because what if we, like you said, what if we can't afford it and we go to places like, Shoppers or Giant and some of the other major brand stores? What are some of the things that we could do to not like succumb to high carbohydrates? Think about it, there's like crackers and there's bread everywhere, right? Which aids to the fact that we are obese across the country. So, and I think, hearing it from someone who's a health specialist, like give a couple of tips of how, you can not buy these types of things.
Yeah, so the main thing to do is not to go shopping when you're hungry, because when you go shopping when you're hungry, you tend to pick up things that you're craving, when you're shopping. Like if I'm hungry now and I decide to go shopping and I don't go straight to the fruit and vegetable aisle, and I'm craving maybe chocolate or I'm craving sweet. I'll go straight to where I can get the chocolate. So we don't want to do that. Yeah. So the best thing is to, take a snack, healthy snack or something before going to do your grocery shopping so that you don't pick up things that are not good for you. You don't pick up too much bread or too much candy or too much crackers, or you don't even go through the drive-through and get McDonald's or you know.
Yeah, that's the easiest thing, go
Yeah,
through the
yeah,
drive-through. Okay. So basically what you're saying is that if you go to the store and you're trying to stay on the healthy route, to take something healthy with you to eat so that when you're in the store, you're not hungry or you don't feel compelled to go and buy the special crackers that you really love with the cheese and all that kind of stuff because that's me. I'm weak with the cheese and the crackers, right? So
exactly. You don't
and
you don't go
rice.
you don't go shopping when you're hungry because that will fuel what you'll be buying. That will fuel
Okay.
your decision when you're picking things from the grocery store. So
Okay. What's another tip? Let's share one more. What's another way?
yeah, and another thing is to also have a plan. Have a plan, if possible. Put them down in your journal, whatever you want to buy from the grocery store, and once you get to the store, you you pick up what you have on your list. Except you forget something that you really need. You know, when you have a plan, you stick to your plan. That way, you won't be able
Mhm.
to buy junks or things that are not good for your health.
Absolutely. So those are two really good tips that you could do. And I think a lot of people for sale write lists and have every intention of getting just the things on the list. But how many times have we walked into the store saying, I'm only going to get this thing on the list, and we walk out with like 50 things that we don't really need?
Yeah,
We do that all the time,
it
right?
does.
So
Yeah, it does
yes, we
happen.
do that
Yeah,
all the time. But I do think that we all need to have some sort of discipline when it
discipline,
comes to
exactly.
healthy eating. I know I am so guilty with that because as a diabetic, it is so hard to find things, even when it's like organic fruits and vegetables, because of the natural sugar in things. It is
Yeah,
still hard to manage like good sugar levels when you're diabetic. But I'm hopeful that, with the two tips that you have, then maybe I will put a little bit more effort into making sure I have a plan and I only get the things that are on the list and make sure that I have something healthy when I go to the store or before I go to the store so that I
yeah.
won't feel like compelled to get like those club crackers
Hmm.
and the summer sausage and the cheese and all that good stuff. Yeah, it's all
Yeah,
delicious. So so
yeah,
definitely for sure. So
exactly.
since last year, let me ask you, what have you been up to in terms of, your organization and events or programs that you may have been doing since we spoke last year?
Yeah, so since last year, I've been able to do a couple of things. I was able to do a few Zumba classes, and I was involved in a women's conference where I also taught Zumba, and I did a vision board event last year, December, for ladies, so they can plan ahead for the year 2019. So those were a couple of things I did before now, and I also worked
Mhm.
on the 30-day Jumpstart LD challenge that I'll be bringing out very soon, and
Nice.
yeah, yeah. So those are some of the things that I have been working on.
Okay, awesome. And so for the thing that you have coming up, is this something that's going to be like on tour or just located in Texas where you're going to be?
Yeah, so the 30-day Jumpstart LD challenge that will be coming up will be online, so people can join from all over the world as long as they have access to the internet or phones, so they were able to join. So the 30-day Jumpstart LD challenge is a 30-day challenge that will help people that have been trying to eat healthy, but once they start, they fall off or they get discouraged. They'll be able to do this within 30 days. I'll be helping them along the way, motivating them, giving them ideas, giving them recipes, giving them how to um, help on how to plan their meals and prep, giving them tips on how they can plan their meals, giving them time saving tips as well for people who are very busy. You know, I'll give them ideas on how they can plan their meals well. I'll give them ideas on how they can plan their snacks. They can have plain popcorn, they can have kale chips, they can have
Mm,
mixed nuts, fruit salad as their healthy snacks, things like that.
mhm.
I'll give them ideas on healthy drinks, how they can make smoothies, green smoothies,
I
not
love
smoothies.
smoothies. I do.
Yeah.
I love smoothies. I have a NutriBullet so that I can make smoothies. So let me ask another question. Will you be also having like special guests that's going to be in the challenge that will help people along, or maybe offer some kind of specialized advice in this challenge?
Well, the challenge is basically for people who want to jumpstart healthy lifestyle, like I said earlier, people who have been struggling with making
Mhm.
simple steps, simple healthy eating steps. So
Mhm.
I will be the main person that will be helping them
Mhm.
along the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, all right. And so, have you been engaged in any other activities that you want your listeners to know more about, or maybe, coming up in the future?
Um, for now, all I've been doing is pop podcast interviews,
Mhm.
workshops, my state here in Katy, Texas, and seminars. I'm hoping to start online webinars very soon and events that people will be able to join from wherever they are and invite other health and wellness experts that can also help people on different health issues. So those are some of the
Okay.
things I'm planning to do in the future.
Okay, well, you guys heard it. Now she just said she's looking for some health and wellness specialists to do her podcast program. So if you're interested in getting with Faseo to do this type of stuff, make sure you click on the bottom of her page and connect with her, and definitely make sure that you listen to her first podcast interview that happened in 2018, because she gives so much other information about healthy food choices, healthy everything. And it sounds like, for sale, that you are well on your way with healthy and fit, and making sure that you are reaching out not only local in Texas, but you're also reaching out globally across the country by
Thank
having the
you.
30-day challenge. And so, if you give me the link, I will make sure that it's on your page so that people can click on, or maybe go to your website so they can be informed and subscribe to your
Okay.
page to be
Thank you.
notified when the healthy challenge is going to be coming out. So, let me ask you this one last question. So, what do you need personally and professionally to keep doing what you're doing? What do you need right now?
Yes. So what I need right now is more visibility so I can reach more people, especially women, because I notice that women and moms take care of every other person except themselves. So I'm trying to reach out to more women and moms and raise the awareness on heart diseases and how they can prevent high blood pressure, hypertension, diabetes, and things like that. So that's what I'm hoping to
All
do.
right.
More
All
visibility.
right. Well, fabulous, fabulous. So, guys, there you have it. We have a for sale coming all the way from Texas, talking about healthy eating. She is a young, aspiring nutritionist, and so we want to give her lots of support. So, make sure that you like this page to cast your vote for this particular page. Make sure you also share and tell people about it, because we need your vote for those who are competing for one of the 7 BMWOC awards that is happening right now. And also take a moment to check out past years' podcast recordings so that you can also get in touch with other people in other areas of industries that you are interested in so that we can be connected all over the country. And so, Fisayso, I want to thank you for being on the podcast platform. I really appreciate you coming back a second year and really appreciate everything.
Thank you. Thank you so much. My pleasure.